Hello guys, KaiZerZan here, back with another video. In today's video we'll be taking out the tier 6 British battleship, the King George, and we're on the map Sea of Fortune. It's a domination game mode. Alright, so for this game mode I'm in a division with the Fiji, and for this video we'll be taking a look at different shell choices for the King George. Let's quickly take a look at the team roster there. We see there's no destroyers, and there is an aircraft carrier per team that we also need to be wary of, and then there's a lot of divisions in this match here. Alright, so yeah, now that there's no destroyers, we don't have to be too afraid, so we can start pushing in a little bit more aggressively than we usually would when there would be destroyers in the game. So let's see what we can get up to here. So yeah, the King George is a battleship that features 14-inch guns. And yeah, the British is known for very good high explosive shell damage and very good fire chance. So initially we go in here with high explosive loaded, and then as soon as we see a broadside cruiser or a broadside battleship, we'll switch to armor piercing. So yeah, before we go any further, let's quickly take a look at the commander we'll be using. It's Andrew Cunningham, inspired by Paolo de Revel and Scharnhorst, just to make the guns as accurate as possible and reload as quickly as possible. Alright, I'm in a division with the Fiji here, and we are both pushing forward at a decent pace here. See if we can't get closer to the cap to see if we can spot some ships to shoot at. Alright, so yeah, this first part of the match is a little tedious, just to get into positions, and you'll see here we carve ourselves out a little crevice so we can our own here, and we see a broadside Tennessee there for the first ship that appears that we can shoot at. We take our first shot there with high explosive, and we keep high explosive loaded to see if we can set a fire, and there we do set our first fire, and we did a very nice 6k there to the Tennessee there with high explosive. Very nice. Alright, so here I am full stopping as I am spotted, and of course there's the Weimar, the dreaded Weimar that no one likes to fight against. The king of HE spam at tier 6. There's no cruiser that comes even close to the power output that the Weimar has, and yeah, so we want to focus at Weimar as quickly as we can, and hopefully we can get rid of that ship as quickly as we can there. Alright, so we do see the Tennessee there, but unfortunately that Weimar did go behind that island, so we won't be able to shoot him. But we do see the Tennessee there lurking, crawling at a slow speed, so we do take a shot there at the Tennessee again, and we do set another fire, another 4k salvo that we did there with our front guns. So hopefully we can get a nice little salvo on him again once that fire runs out sometime later in the match. Okay, so we are being shot at by a lot of different ships here, which is not ideal, but we do get set there on a double fire, which we are going to put out since we just dropped spots, and we popped that heal, the first one of 3 for us on this build that I'm running. My division mate is aggressively pushing into the cap to try and counter that Weimar over there. As you see, the Tennessee is still burning, and we do aim a little bit up, and we do take another shot at the Tennessee there. Alright, so yeah, still sticking with the high explosive shells here, as we want to make sure we get some nice fires going there. We could have switched to high armor piercing shells for that broadside Tennessee. As we can see on the minimap, he was broadside to us there, and he still is. But here we want to continue with high explosive to set some more fires, as we are chasing some decent fires that we can put onto the enemy ships there. Right, so we do see the Weimar there again. We do take a shot, I believe with our rear gun. We took a shot there at the Weimar. Hit him for 1 penetration there, just shy of 1000 damage. Not the best salvo we could have had, but at least it was something, right? Alright, so we do see the nose in Tennessee there that is starting to reverse, bow in, and do take a shot at the Tennessee there. The bigger part on the dear Brutzi. Alright, so we do see the Weimar is still there, and Tennessee's over there. But my division mate is dropping his own smoke screen there. So here I am pushing forward a little, as there's nothing for me to shoot at that's currently spotted. as I get plane spotted myself by the aircraft carrier squadron. As you can see on the mini-map, they're coming closer towards us. They're 9 kilometers away. Alright, so now we're waiting here, just playing the patient game. Got a high explosive loaded. There's a Duca d'Aosta. And we'll take a shot at the Duca d'Aosta there, since there's nothing else to shoot at for us. And there the Weimar pops up, and we switch to armor piercing shells here finally, as we have a few broadside cruisers here that we can punish. Specifically that Weimar, and we want to get rid of that Weimar as soon as possible. That's priority target number 1, since there's no destroyers left that we need to target, so the Weimar is our primary target now. You see the Weimar is turning out slightly, so we do aim a little bit up and closer to the ship, and we hope to hit him there, but unfortunately we only got 1 penetration there with a armor piercing on the Weimar, which is very unfortunate, but we will try again. And here I am pushing forward. I'm making sure that there's nothing that can have my broadside when I'm pushing into this little crevice here. And we shall try our best to defend this gap between the islands here. Ooh, a very nice salvo there on the Weimar Citadel, 3 pens for a salvo just shy of 20,000 damage there for a very, very nice hit on the Weimar, and somebody finishes off the Weimar. Very, very nice. Alright, so our primary target is finished now. We don't have to worry about that. Looking at the enemy ship still alive on this side of the map. We do see a KaiZerZan there that's focusing on the other side of the map. A Tennessee that is approaching, the same Tennessee we shot at earlier. So here I am trying to reposition myself a little, get angled for the Tennessee, because I know I don't want to be broadside to a Tennessee. Those guns really hurt. And unfortunately the Tennessee got my division mate in the Fiji there, and there was nothing I could do to save him, unfortunately. But I'll try and avenge him as as best I can. Alright, so there goes the Miyoko. Very, very nice. So we have a 1 ship advantage, and we currently have 1 cap, where the enemy is still trying to cap their first base here. Alright, so Tennessee is approaching. His turrets are pointing straight at us, I believe, through this gap, so we should be expecting a very nice salvo coming our way. Ooh, very nice hit there on the Tennessee, 16,000. As you can see, we didn't aim exactly waterline, we aimed just a little bit up, because these guns on the King George, the 14-inch guns, they do not hit extremely hard, so we need to make sure that we aim a little bit more up to try and get more penetrations through the freeboard on the sides there. Alright, so we're aiming to the superstructure there for the Tennessee, and we see he's angling in, bow in, so we switch to high explosive shells, as that's the shells that will most likely give us the most amount of damage per salvo. Alright, so yeah, now we just wait for our reload, and then we can shoot this Tennessee again and hopefully set a fire or 2. Our secondaries are starting to go off, but as you can see, they're really nothing to write home about. Nothing spectacular here, as we do manage to set a fire on the Tennessee there. Very nice, and I believe we will finish off the Tennessee here pretty soon. There it goes for our first kill of the match, and our damage total is all the way up to 81,000 so far. Alright, so we see a rather healthy KaiZerZan now. Oh, we do permanently destroy one of the KaiZerZan's torpedoes on that side of the ship, which is very nice. That means he doesn't have torpedoes on the left side of the ship there. So here I am pushing into the Bravo cap. Hopefully I can cap this base uncontested without any resets coming my way. So we continue to shoot high explosive shells here to try and set a fire on the KaiZerZan. So far no luck. The reason I'm not using AP there is because he's rather well angled, the KaiZerZan there. So if I shoot him with AP, I'll probably just get ricochets and less damage there, so that's why I'm sticking with the high explosive shells here. As we can see, he is still angled towards us, and we do take our aim at the KaiZerZan there with our front guns, and we do set a double fire. Fantastic, which is exactly what we needed. And if you paid attention earlier, we incapacitated the torpedoes once before they got permanently incapacitated, so we presume the Gunai's now repaired those torpedoes, and he's on a double perma-fire now, which will burn for quite some time as we manage to finish off capping the Bravo cap here. Alright, so next up we want to continue to hit that Gunai's now as soon as we have a nice shot on him. Alright, so we do see the Gunai's now is presenting a much better angle there, but yeah, we want to continue peppering him as best as we can. Torpedoes incapacitated again, we get the high caliber medal there, very nice. Alright, so yeah, we can see the Gunai's now is angled again. The reason I didn't switch to armor piercing when he was broadside is because I had a very good feeling that he was going to angle out again, but yeah, before we could do anything more to him, he got torpedoed by our aircraft carrier there, our usual. Alright, so there's another Gunai's now I do want to take aim at. We stick with the high explosive shells because it was already loaded in the barrels. And yeah, we only get one penetration there, which is odd. So I guess rather bad dispersion or bad aim on my part. Either one of the two possible the reason there for that inaccurate salvo. But we'll try again to hopefully kill this Gunai's now as soon as possible. Alright, so we quickly look on the mini-map there. It's still the aircraft carrier that is spotted on the right hand side that we could shoot at, but we want to kill this Gunai's now as quickly as we can. And we want to kill him before he gets closer to us and before he launches those torpedoes out at us. Alright, so I'm sticking with the high explosive here, as there's a very good chance I can kill him with my next salvo, as he's really low health. Duca de Osta got killed by Cheshire, so now it's only the Gunai's now and the aircraft carrier left that we need to worry about. So here I'm aiming for the upper part of the superstructure, and yeah, we do finish him off there with that salvo, and we get our second kill of the match there. Very nice. Now we are uncontested, there's no more ships left that we need to worry about except the aircraft carrier, so we can quietly cap this this base in peace, as we know the Gunai's now launched torpedoes. They missed, and now we can just switch to armor piercing, as we see the Ranger is broadside to us. So now we can just try and cap this base as quickly as possible, while turning our guns on our ship so we can hit that Ranger. Alright, so we're taking aim at the Ranger there. Lead him a little bit extra because you know aircraft carriers are faster than they look, and that's a pretty nice shell grouping. Only 5 seconds left until we get this cap as well. And yes, a very nice salvo, 26,000 damage, double citadel, 3 pens, and we managed to finish off capping this base as well. So we have 2 solo caps now in the battleship King George, British tier 6 battleship. Very nice. Alright, we do take aim there at the Ranger. I do not believe there's anyone close enough to kill the Ranger, so I believe that will be the end of the Ranger there, and that will bring us to the end of this match on Sea of Fortune. I hope you guys enjoyed the match, the display in the King George. Alright, 153,000 damage, 2 solo caps, and a base XP of 3,357 with a high caliber medal. Top of the team there for a very nice display of the British tier 6 battleship King George V, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.